We are urging the National Assembly and the Senate, as they debate on the Division of Revenue Bill 2013-2014, not to relent in the support for the formula that was approved by the 10th Parliament to ensure that resources are distributed fairly and equitably to all wananchi across the country, in line with the CRS formula as well. We, as the Council of Governors, strongly believe that this is a stand that every Kenyan who believes in the new constitution and devolution will support. Every Kenyan lives in a county, and every Kenyan will benefit from the CRA formula. County governments have taken on board 70% of the functions, whereas 30% has remained with the national government. CRA has recommended an allocation of 231 billion, which roughly works out at 14.3% if you compare it with the total expenditure or the total expected expenditure this coming financial year. Treasury, however, through the Division of Revenue Bill 2013, currently in the National Assembly, intends to reduce these amounts even further. In that bill, it is 154 billion. But on Monday, they indicated it could rise to 175. That would still be about 10.9%. This is not only unconstitutional, but totally unacceptable, and reduces devolved governments to mere agents for paying salaries with no development. The counties are appealing to the National Assembly and Senate to support the CRA allocation of 231 billion to the counties, prevail upon the national government to honor the Constitution and respect the devolution operational statutes and pay for the salaries of all secondary staff as per the law. The Transition to Devolved Government Act has provided for a 3-year transition period within which the county governments will have had a chance to carry out analysis and staff regionalization to solve devolved functions. We also urge the National Assembly and Senate to support the allocation of startup funds for all counties, which were already negotiated with the Treasury at Kenya shillings 16 billion. Startup funds are resource allocations meant for enabling infrastructural development and to support the new structures of county government.
We don't want the Kenyan people and the Kenyan public to be the proverbial grass that suffers when elephants fight. With the current fight in Parliament between the majority and the minority, and as you'll notice, us as governors, we are talking in one voice because we are working for the Kenyan people. We do not work for our parties. And we would like to urge the parliamentarians that let not their tough fights come into the way of budget allocation that will, of necessity, disadvantage the Kenyan people.